Alright, this is some random discussion,
by the TheCharitableMenn.
and we're playing Skyrim here. And,
We're going to talk about a couple things.
yeah, to introduce ourselves, I'm Dominic,
AKA.
otherwise known as Malignant Man.
And I'm James, also known as Dr.Zuul.
Yeah.
On Steam, Twitter, and YouTube.
Okay, so I don't exactly know what I'm doing right now, but you can start something off.
Okay. Well, a lot of interesting things have been happening in video games recently.
I have to agree. So, I've been playing a lot of Skyrim recently, and I don't know, I just installed random mods.
What type of mods?
Definitely not penis tentacle mods, if you know
You
what I
mean
mean.
schlongs of Skyrim?
Yeah, not...
The Nexus mod's #1 mod, by far.
I have to agree, wholeheartedly.
So you've been playing Skyrim recently.
Yeah.
Doesn't it get boring for you?
You know, I usually start new games very often, but I don't know, I kind of find it interesting to roleplay a lot, but as far as role-playing goes, I mean, I've been creating characters and kind of basing them off myself, and I kind of realized that as far as I go, I would not be able to make it very far in a dragon-infested fantasy world. So
I think we can all say many of us would not last in this type of fantasy world.
Yeah. You'd adapt to it, but whatever.
But
okay. So what have you been playing recently?
Playing a mixture of things, really. I've been playing a lot of Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. It's Devil May Cry 4, but with Virgil and Lady and the other one.
That what was that fucking fan fiction where?
Oh,
it was
you mean the
Virgil?
the fan fiction where Arkham comes out of nowhere and rapes Dante?
No, it was fucking the Joker. Which one was it? Was it Heath Ledger Joker?
No. I think when they said the Joker in that fan fiction, I think they meant the clown from Devil May Cry 3.
Oh.
I thought about it more, but yeah, Virgil. I think Virgil gets raped by.
No, but he was like, "Why so serious?"
I don't know. I haven't read that fan fiction in a while, but still, it's a pretty good fan fiction. I gotta admit, it's integral to the Virgil story of Devil May Cry 4, which consists of Virgil walking up a hallway and then walking down the same hallway at night.
Yeah.
I hope it's still recording.
Yeah,
yes, it is. Okay, well, then, besides Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes in anticipation for the Phantom Pain, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Talk about the Phantom Pain a little bit later, along with some other games.
Alright, so first up, Borderlands movie.
Borderlands movie, it could work.
I think they could pull it off with the lore and all of that. Like, I remember the Tales from the Borderlands.
And that was pretty well received, right?
Yeah, I mean, most Telltale games are, but I don't
know, I've heard mixed things about the Game of Thrones.
About the movie, I saw something today, and someone was just like, I think it was on Twitter somewhere, and someone said, it's literally just going to be a rip-off of Mad Max, because, I mean...
And that's not a bad thing, really.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Mad Max. I've seen a bit.
Saw the new Mad Max. It was pretty good.
Well, Fury Road.
Mm-hmm.
I saw... Yeah, well... He said, like, the whole gimmick of Borderlands, like, the bajillion guns, but, I mean, since it's not going to really be able to...
An interactive medium, like a video game. I think they have a better time trying to focus on the story and try to keep the pop culture references at bay.
Yeah,
because a little bit too many.
Yeah, that's kind of what plagued Borderlands 2 a little too much for me.
And I hope they go to the Borderlands 1 story instead of the Borderlands 2 story.
Yeah.
I hope that's what they cover with, the aliens.
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed the whole Atlas thingy with the Crimson Lance, as opposed to the Hyperion fucking Revolution shit. I don't know. I found the whole Atlas thing to be like a really interesting story. I mean, it was like this kind of force that we hadn't seen before in any other IP. I mean, I guess it could be like around the lines of like fuck it, like stormtroopers or some shit. But it was kind of fresh because, I mean, it was on this kind of planet that was not very, like, imperialized.
On a side note that is unrelated to what he's talking about, I really hope they don't Handsome Jack in the movie.
Yeah.
Handsome Jack, I think the Borderlands writing team tried a little bit too hard to make him a villain that you dislike. I feel that he comes off a little bit too cheesy villainous, and I think that's the point they were going for.
I can agree to an extent.
Look how evil this guy is.
I really did not like him when I actually played.
But I kind of felt like it backfired, and it made me not like him for the wrong reasons, really.
Yeah.
I disliked him because he was annoying, not because he was evil.
Let me think of something. You know, this is not going to play into this well because it was a horrible movie, but I saw Sinister 2 the other day. And I think that movie did a better job at it at establishing a villain. I mean, with Handsome Jack, like you said, it was more of just an annoyance with him. But in the movie, the kid's father's, fucking abusing him, and it just gets to the point where, he's beating the shit out of some character that you kind of like a little bit. I mean, they're not really lovable characters because, it's a very cliched...
Does the dad kill a puppy to make you hate him?
No, he starts beating the shit out of his kid, and he's, shoving mashed potatoes. You know, what's sad about that movie, though, is that they actually got, the father figure to be hated more than the fucking monster in the film, which is supposed to be the boogeyman.
Huh. That's strange. I didn't hear good things about Sinister 2.
Yeah, I
if you could give it a rating out of 10, what would you give it?
Probably I'm no critic, but probably a fucking 4 or some shit. That's just me. And mainly because I just felt like it was very cheap. I mean, literally what it did was just mindless jump scares at, really stupid times. It's just, cashing in on that whole, let's go to the movies and watch a scary film, and the whole, gimmick of it is that it just does mindless. I was sitting in the theater with my sister, and, I'm just... While I was watching it, it just comes to this part where there's just this fucking pot, and it's just moving around. The guy's like, oh no. And I'm just like, it's a mouse, and I just whisper it to her. She's like, there's a mouse or something under that, and what do you know? A mouse crawls under it. He's like, oh man, it was just a mouse, and then some serious thing happened. It's just oh, this is very very scary movie. I literally it's so easy to.
So you would not recommend Sinister 2 to the wide movie?
Sorry for that little tangent I went on about how cheap the jump scares were.
So one more thing I'd like to talk about: who should the Borderlands movie star? Which character should we follow? Should we follow the original main four from Borderlands 1?
I feel like a prologue. No, not a pre-sequel. I feel like
set before the events of Borderlands 1.
Yeah,
and not the pre-sequel. We're on the moon.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Something before Borderlands 1, where it kind of shows you,
how everything went down.
Yeah, Roland, Lilith, Mordecai, and Brick, I think his name was.
That'd be quite an interesting take. I mean, I'd see it. I would definitely see it.
I mean, I had the choice.
I hope. I think you know what I'm gonna say. I hope it doesn't end up like Hitman Agent 47.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say the other night I had the choice to go watch Sinister 2 or Hitman Agent 47 or whatever.
I mean,
and I was just
I think we should convey this into our next topic that we haven't written down, but I think we should talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
Hitman Agent 47. I heard really bad things about
Video
this.
game movie. Yeah.
Video game movie.
And a movie based around video games.
And a movie based around video games, i.e. Pixels. But
I was kind of segueing off Until Dawn.
I know, but let's just keep going.
Is that where you're at?
I want to go on a little bit tangent. Small little tangent, and we'll talk about Until Dawn.
Okay.
But I knew Agent 47 was going to be a bad movie.
Uh-huh.
And you want to know how?
How?
I was sitting in the theater. I think I went to go see Ted 2 with my dad.
Oh, shit.
Because he wanted to go see it.
Wait, hold on. Ted 2. It's the Headless Horseman.
Huh,
it's actually pretty rare to see in the game. I've seen him a bunch of times, though.
Is that a mod?
No, he's actually in the game. He rides to, I think it's Humveer's Rest or something.
Wow, that's cool.
I know, and he just sits there. and then he says some shit.
Did he give you anything?
No, I could have followed him, but
It's not worth
so
it.
yeah, I digress.
So,
Go
yeah.
back to Ted 2.
So, yeah, I saw the trailer when I went to go see Ted 2, and at first I thought, oh, Hitman movie, it could be good. Then they introduced the female Hitman, and I was like, well, it's over. Because as soon as they introduce the character that's not in the game, you can tell the movie's going to be bad.
Yeah.
If you look at all the good video game movies, and I think the only...
It's not because she's a female, it's just because she doesn't
No,
fit
it's
into
not
the
because
plot
she's a
at all.
female,
Yeah.
it's because she's, this is my character who falls in love with the Hitman. She's better than the Hitman at the Hitman
It has nothing
project.
to do with Hitman.
No, nothing. I'm pretty sure the organization and like the people he talks to and the missions he gets. I mean, but
Yeah.
like you were saying, a game that plays like a movie. Until Dawn, recently released on the PlayStation 4 as a PS4 exclusive.
And I don't know anything about it because I don't have a PS4. You do. But
I do, but
I haven't played it.
It's if anyone doesn't know what this game is, if you ever played Indigo Prophecy, ever played Heavy Rain, ever played Beyond Two Souls,
That great game.
yeah.
Great.
Basically, it's a game, a movie. Well, it's a game like a movie about a couple teenagers going up to a cabin and stuff, and they go to party and things aren't as it seems. There's a killer lurking about trying to get them, and in the game you have to uncover the secrets and try to stop the killer and save all your friends.
And it turns out he's a prankster.
Yes, this is a spoiler for the game, and I don't care. It really doesn't matter, because, who's going to be listening to this who actually cares about Until Dawn?
That's true.
And if we did spoil you, I'm sorry, but the main villain is actually your friend who's playing a prank, but he's gone crazy because the year before, his sisters died because all the friends pranked the sisters, and the sisters ended up getting killed by the magical, mythical beast, the Wendigo.
The Wendigo.
And I was very disappointed that the game took the supernatural twist.
Until Dawn 2, Bigfoot.
Yeah, I was very disappointed, and I watched the playthrough of it, that it took a supernatural twist to it.
Yeah.
And I really kind of wish the game would have stayed spooky, killer, kind of campy. You gotta get away from the killer. Don't get caught.
It sounds very cliche, but I mean, it works. I mean, I feel like...
I feel
and
like...
I haven't played the game, but from what you described, I mean, it feels like they kind of played that card, and they could have just, like, done it, and it would have been really good.
But they went to and
tried
everything is
something.
not as it seems sort of plot.
Yeah.
There's also a guy who runs around with a flamethrower in the game, and you might think, oh, is he the real killer? But it turns out he's just hunting the Wendigos, and, he gets his head cut off by a Wendigo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but the sisters that died a year earlier, one of them is a Wendigo, and she helps protect you.
That's amazing.
She turns into a Wendigo because she had to eat her sister's body or something.
Because
Cause
she protects you.
yeah, or something. I don't fucking know. Until Dawn, not as good as Heavy Rain. Mainly because, I mean, characters can die in the game, yes, but it's gonna have the same ending.
Mhm.
It's either they're gonna get killed by the Wendigos or they're just gonna escape, and it depends on who you escape with, if you get all the friends or not.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think even though Heavy Rain was a heavily flawed game, it was more interesting because some choices could lead to different situations.
Yeah. And also,
And, of all the gameplay I've seen, the character Mike, he's always gonna end up at the sanatorium. He's always gonna end up in this one place. These characters are always gonna end up these places.
Yeah.
Unlike Heavy Rain, which
Yeah, I remember we were...
an example is during one of the trials Ethan has, he can get caught, and he could be in the cops, and the cops can be interrogating him. I think I showed you that thing where they were interrogating.
Alright, we're back. Sorry.
So like I was saying,
Little interruption.
you get branching scenarios, and you couldn't get certain. You have to replay the game more than once to get different scenarios. Like you couldn't get one scenario if you get caught by the cops, and so on and so on. And that's where I kind of feel like Until Dawn fails. Also, you don't interact much with the game. You remember when we were playing Heavy Rain and you had to do like the motions with the stick?
Yeah.
You had to move the controller around. Really, it's only like pressing a couple buttons and then not moving the controller with the motion controls.
And I think another thing that played well with Heavy Rain was definitely like how like fucking clunky the animations were. I don't know, it was just really funny.
It was trying to be serious, but it failed, and I think that's Heavy Rain's biggest accomplishment, whether the director of the game, David Cage, likes it or not. But let's segue into our next topic, because I think we've talked about Until Dawn. Until Dawn.
I think
I feel like we've talked about this
right.
Until Dawn.
Enough about talking about Until Dawn.
So what's the next?
YouTube gaming.
Ooh.
All right, that sounds.
So
now I'm not sure.
That's Twitch's major competitor.
I guess it would be now. Now I was on it the other day, and you have an option to just stream right there.
Explain this to me, because I have no idea what YouTube gaming is.
Okay. Now I'm not the biggest authority on YouTube gaming, but essentially what it is just an alternate streaming service that Google kind of wanted to capitalize on, as opposed to Twitch, which, sounds pretty good because I actually enjoy a lot of Google's services, and I think they could really pull it off.
I think it'll be good, but I think it'll be too heavily moderated like Twitch. I think not even. There's really no free gaming streaming site that you could stream anything you want.
That's true. I feel...
Even on Hitbox, stuff like Bible Black is banned.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't really have a problem with that much. Because I guess I don't really watch many streams, nor am I a streamer, but...
I don't know. I think I have a problem with them banning games like Hatred and
I don't... Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't think you should be banned from streaming a game as long as it's...
Well, I mean, if it goes
as long as it doesn't
have...
I don't know, like, full-on... No...
Well, I mean, if it's their guidelines, what are you going to do?
Yeah, really, but... do you think YouTube gaming can take down Twitch?
I feel that it has a very good chance to, because I'm not sure what its primary gimmick is. I mean, other than it just ties straight into your YouTube channel. I mean, as opposed to Twitch, literally it's completely third-party, and there's no way you could really tie it in. With YouTube gaming, I also saw there's just a feature... Like, right when you get on, you're logged in, you could just click Stream Now. Which, I mean, Twitch, I guess you could just do that straight on Twitch. But, I mean, I feel like, with Twitch, and Twitch, it's a lot more complicated to...
Start stream.
Yeah. And you need to use, like, some sort of third-party software to, like, stream with. I mean, you could use, like, Shadow Play, I think OBS, is it?
Yeah. Sure. Do you think... So here's the real question about YouTube gaming. Will kids be tricked into microwaving their laptops?
Most likely.
I cannot believe that is a thing, and I'm happy that I'm a child on the internet.
I feel it'll still happen, most definitely. But I also feel that, like, things like the, I feel like it won't have, like, little Twitch gimmicks like, was it Twitch Plays, or,
Yeah, but Twitch Plays only really worked for one game.
Yeah. Well, I think the Dark Souls one is still going on, right?
They beat the Asylum Demon, correct?
Really?
Yeah, they,
Last time I checked, they were still fighting one of the skeletons in the hall. One of the undead in the halls.
Well, I think YouTube gaming would be a fair competitor, and like in a healthy market, you need competition.
Yeah. Definitely.
So now we have YouTube, Hitbox, and Twitch. All competing with each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean...
I'd really like to see where this goes. This could be interesting.
Yeah, and to stay on the route of gaming, that would bring us to our next thing, which would definitely have to be remasters.
Remasters? Are you in favor of remasters,
I feel they can be done very well, and I feel like they could be done very shittily. And I'm gonna give an example. Now, I haven't really played any of the recent remasters, but I have played a remaster, kind of. Now, I find remasters like, what was it?
Halo, the Halo collection.
Yeah, well, I played
the Halo collection. I played Halo.
Yeah, how was that?
Actually, I think a remaster would more qualify as something like the Nathan Drake Collection or the God of War 3 release on PS4. I think that remasters, people complain about them, I know, because they want new games, but
Yeah.
I feel you kind of need them in this new generation, for consoles at least, because everyone's working on new games, new IPs, sequels,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You need something fast to put out, so they're putting out these remasters like the
I feel
Nathan
like
Drake.
it's more of like a cash-in, though.
I
Yeah.
feel that it's needed just so that
Like, I mean,
people don't get bored with their new systems.
I have to disagree a bit. Like, I feel that things like, what was it, the Tomb Raider remaster?
Definitive.
Yeah, I feel things like that as remasters are literally just remastering the game, put it like, you know, remastering it in 1080p and just putting it up there with no added features or anything. Now, I feel like games that do kind of remasters like that actually work are things like, you know, for an example, like the Ratchet and Clank remasters, the Jack and Daxter remasters,
Yeah,
Sly Cooper remasters.
those were pretty good. They were pretty good HD ports, and you could actually
Yeah.
very surprising thing about them is I'm pretty sure you could get all of those on the. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get. I know you can get Ratchet and Clank on the Vita. I'm not sure about
Yeah.
the other two, but I know Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
is definitely.
I feel like because they were kind of dwindling out of like
I feel
availability.
I feel back then when they were making the whole HD thing, I think it was needed because not a lot of people had PS2s anymore. The discs are broken. PS3
And now
removed
that they're
backwards
kinda,
compatibility.
they're kind of like dwindling out of like they're kind of like fading.
I feel like they're
obscurity.
they're remastering too many recent games.
Yeah, like
Uncharted 1, 2,
what's
and
the
3,
one they're
Gears
doing?
of War.
The one I don't know the studio name, but Dishonored they're doing now.
Yeah, that seems very odd. Stuff like Dishonored and Sleeping
I feel-
Dogs.
Yeah, I feel like they've come out. I mean,
Like-
they're just like, oh, you could play it in 1080p now with no added content.
That seems a little bit unnecessary for games like Metal Gear 2, which came out in 2001.
Yeah.
That
Especially because they're obviously
that needs to come out again. But Dishonored came out in what, 2011?
Yeah, I feel like
That was only like
since they're so old,
3
they're
years
gonna,
ago.
Yeah.
No, fucking 4 years ago. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're gonna start fading into obscurity soon. If it's a situation like that, I feel it's perfectly reasonable to remaster it so people could keep playing them from generation to
Dishonored 2 was
generation.
coming out. I still think Sleeping Dogs Remastered is the no, they call it Definitive Edition. Sleeping Dogs Definitive. Feel it's very stupid. I don't think there's gonna be a Sleeping Dogs sequel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean,
I think Square Enix did that to make money.
mhm.
Dishonored Remaster I can understand because Dishonored 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah,
Looking forward to that. Dishonored it was a okay game. It was a good stealth game.
yeah.
But I guess we can segue into our next topic. Do you want to go with this one, or do you want to skip to the next
We'll
one?
skip that and we'll.
All right, let's go to the
so-
next one then.
All right. Well, we're just gonna talk about upcoming games now, and I guess that
Alright.
would be like start off with Fallout 4.
Start off with Mad Max.
All right. Yeah. The Mad Max.
Mad
even though
Max
there's no
is,
cars.
Yeah, Mad Max is coming out September 1st. It's the only game that's being released that day, so it's probably gonna do very well.
What are
I
you
can't
talking
see.
about?
What do you mean? Mad Max is coming out on September 1st. The game.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Fallout 4.
Oh, Mad Max is coming out, Dom. It's gonna dethrone Fallout 4 before it comes out.
Okay.
It's gonna be the
Yeah, the whole gimmick
post-apocalyptic
is
game.
cars. It's like Cars 2, the video game.
Oh, well, anything else
Do
coming
you really
out?
want to play Borderlands ripoff like Mad Max?
What do you mean? Borderlands is a ripoff of Mad Max. Oh,
No, it's
whatever.
not. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
fuck, watch out for those skeletons.
That's a Draugr, actually. It's just some really old Nordic dude.
Skeletons.
So, literally, I've just been running around doing absolutely nothing.
Killing skeletons?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so,
skeletons.
just so for the upcoming games, I think we should do this by month. Really. Well, it's coming out in August for the last 5 days or whatever. August.
I don't know. You tell me.
Nothing. Oh, it's fucking a couple 3DS games that no one cares about.
Alright. Alright, I'm not picking this.
September. Oh, Madden came out. Da-da-da-da-da.
John Madden.
John Madden football. Same thing every year, not much to say.
Yeah, I have to agree. That's one of the few things I agree with. When it comes
September. Metal Gear Solid 5's coming out, obviously, and if you watched the Metal Gear Solid 2 video, you would know. Quite excited for Metal Gear Solid 5. 4 days till it comes out.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I can say about it. It's getting perfect review scores. I'm worried about the microtransactions in it, though.
Yeah.
I really am. And you'll hear it first. Check out my channel, because I won't post it on our channel, TheCharitableMenn. If the I'm gonna make a video about the microtransactions in Metal Gear Solid 5.
If there are.
No, I'm gonna make it either way. If they're good or if they're bad, really. And if you're interested in something like that, check out my channel. It's Dr.Zuul. But
I'll have links in
Mad Max also comes out the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5, which makes you question career game suicide.
Like the Nintendo dude. You know, he shot himself.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah,
but
a little digression. I remember a dude from Nintendo got fired for talking about it.
Do you think it was a good idea for them to release 5 and Mad Max on the same day?
I think Mad Max isn't gonna get as much.
No, Mad Max might be an underrated gem if it's a good game.
Yeah, and that's really
if anything. I think it might end up like Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good game, I heard.
But, anything... Oh, fucking... How did I forget this in September?
Persona 5.
Dancing All Night is coming out September 29th.
Yeah.
And man, am I indifferent.
You get to play...
Get to play as a Dachi! Dancing around!
I concur.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. It's $50. That fucking Atlas tax is bullshit. It's not real.
I don't know, because I don't play Persona games.
Would you pay... usually Vita games are like $30, $40. This one's $50. That's almost the price of a new game.
I don't know.
I feel I'll save my money for Persona 5.
Atlas is essentially just like the kind of bridge that is like Japanese.
I'll remind you, this Atlas tax was also on I think it was Devil Summoner 2. Devil Survivor? I fucking don't remember the name of the game. Devil Summoner 2, Devil Survivor 2. One of the 3D, something overclocked. Or, no, Record Breaker it was. I forget. I was gonna get that, but then I decided not to, because I didn't beat the first one. That had a $50 thing on a 3DS game, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They did it for Persona Q, they didn't do it for Ultimax. Which was surprising, because I wanted to buy that. It was only $60. I was like, oh, can't wait to pay $70 for this fighting game. But let's go to October.
What's coming out in October?
WWE 2K16.
I'm gonna love that game so much. I'm just kidding. I don't think I've ever played a wrestling game.
I am unironically buying WWE 2K16. I feel that they've had another year to work on the next gen versions, and I feel like it could be a good. I think it's going to be a good wrestling game with new creative modes. They're returning features that were absent, like create a diva, create a wrestling ring, fucking like stuff that was in the game for years and then just removed for no reason.
Yeah.
But that's coming out.
I wouldn't know what to say about that because I've never been a big wrestling fan.
Can't wait to make my own character and like make Hitler fight Joseph Stalin, recreate the events of World War II in WWE 2K16. But anything of note that we care about coming out in October?
No, not really. And that segues
and and like when we say that, we're probably pissing someone off. Like, oh, how could you forget this game?
Oh no, Pixel's the video game.
Oh, it's my favorite game. But
all right, segue to November.
I'll let you take out the stage for that one.
Boy, am I so happy. I don't understand why people are so mad about the game being streamlined. I just don't understand. I mean, better controls and just better mechanics overall. I mean, it's not like we have to stick in olden days to keep a game good. I mean, if you streamline... I mean, I'm trying to think of games where the streamlining actually kind of worked very well for it.
Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, actually...
The controls were streamlined. Like, you
Mhm.
played Metal Gear Solid 2, and compared to the controls of Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid 2
even
does
the
feel
game,
pretty clunky.
Yeah, even the game I'm playing right now, it's Skyrim. I remember the PC controls for Oblivion used to be so weird. I think spacebar was activate, everything was so strange. Like,
Streamlining isn't bad, I have to admit.
yeah.
It's
could
done
definitely
right.
work. I mean,
Fallout 4, in
yeah.
my opinion, I'll just say this now, then I'll let you take the stage
Yeah.
for the next 5 hours talking about Fallout 4. But, I don't know. I'm not really that into first-person RPGs. I'm more of the kind of JRPG kind of guy, kind of like Persona, SMT,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I
It's
like
just
New
gotta
Vegas. I beat New Vegas.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but it's not the kind of thing I would play.
Mm-hmm.
So you were talking about people complaining about the streamlining?
Yeah, I think I made my point, basically. I don't see why making a game more, like, readily, play... Like, they added all the first-person shooter elements to it, and everyone's just like, oh no, everyone's not going to use VATS, and it's just like... VATS was definitely, like, the way that you would play it.
I feel VATS was a carryover that didn't transition well into 3D.
I think it transitioned well for, like, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas because the shooter mechanics were absolute garbage when you look at it and compare it to something around the lines of, like, Call of Duty.
I think
or, like,
you can only get
Battlefield.
critical hits in VATS now, can't you? Or is that...
You can get critical hits out of VATS. It's just, there's a certain chance. But in Fallout 4, I think there's like a critical timer in VATS, and the more shots you hit in VATS, it builds up your critical build-up bar.
Probability.
Yeah. But, no, it's like execute critical hit if you build the bar up, but whatever.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, but I feel like it was just something to, like, make the game a lot more playable. And I'm not saying people are going to give up VATS now, because people use VATS for a number of reasons. When they're, like,
VATS is very useful in a stressful combat situation where you're nervous.
I mean, now it's real time. Now it's real time, so...
Well, I saw the E3 footage, and it slows down the game, kind of like Max Payne, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like... Because I remember someone compared it to bullet time or something like that, but like I was saying, it now, like, when you enter, like, a corridor and there's a ghoul in front of you that's, like, really strong, like a feral ghoul that's really higher level, like, now you can't just slow down, pick your shots. Now you actually have to either just shoot at it, or you slow down and pick your shots very quickly, and you're pressured more. But, like I was saying before that...
Definitely mix up combat.
Yeah, like I was saying before that, when people roleplay certain characters, they kind of like to... Because, I mean, if they're really good at shooters, I mean, it's not going to say much about the character. If the character's based around being more intelligence-like, they could just use VATS, and that would, reflect upon the character more than it would the person. Because the person is obviously not going to make use of...
What do you think about the weapon wheel, not the weapon wheel, the dialogue wheel, a la Mass Effect?
I heard, I think, the male protagonist... voice actors, I think it's like Brian T. Delaney or something. He was talking about how, like, it was on some podcast. He was, like, talking about, how, like, each, like, speech option is, like, really nuanced. And, like, I don't know, it just explains a lot. But I will kind of miss, like, the text box sort of thing. I really enjoyed that, being able to read my lines out. I mean, at least, like, the dialogue conversations aren't
read it in your head as your character would.
Yeah, that's... I feel like a role-playing element like that...
I'm sure there's a PC mod that'll fix that down the road.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be complicated, but, I feel that there will be something like that.
But, anything to add to the Fallout 4 discussion? Should we move on, or should we move on to the next game that's coming out?
Let me just think a tiny bit, because you're... Yeah, I guess that's about it.
Okay, so, Rise of the Tomb Raider. So excited about that. Xbox exclusive, Xbox domination.
Is it a timed exclusive?
No, it's not a timed exclusive. Why would you say that?
I don't know.
It's not like it's coming to PC.
Wasn't that, it was, Zombie
It's not like it's coming to PS4 next year.
Zombie.
Let's not talk about zombie.
We'll talk about that later.
But
Alright, I was gonna segue off to...
Rise of the Tomb Raider! We're not done yet. Talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider.
No, we're talking about Dark Souls 3 now.
Talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Talking about Dark Souls 3.
Strong, independent Lara Croft, like Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games.
Boobs are too big.
Oh.
Anyways, Dark Souls 3.
Woo!
I can't wait.
I'm very happy. The gameplay they showed.
Didn't they basically, like, add elements from Bloodborne
Yeah, they're
to
copying
it?
a lot of movement elements from Bloodborne. I have to say that,
it's not a bad
good
thing,
move. Because when I'm playing Bloodborne, I definitely sometimes am like, this is good. I kind of wish I had a shield. You know what I mean? I kind of wish I was playing Dark Souls.
Yeah, so you could just... But, I mean, that adds to, like, the intensity of the combat, sure.
But, Dark Souls 3, any hopes? Where do you think it's gonna take place? You think they're gonna take Dark Souls 2 into account, or they're gonna ignore Dark Souls 2?
Maybe they'll just ignore both games altogether.
I think it'd be better that way. I don't think they should try to connect stories with the Primordial Serpent.
I think
light and dark.
I kind of hope it's not just the the lit fire.
Light the fire again for the third time.
I feel that would just be. I mean, I feel like they could just build something around it, but what really makes Dark Souls games good, beside the difficulty, and the patterns, like pixels.
Patterns.
Not getting off topic, are the boss battles, because the boss battles are fucking awesome. That's all I have to say. Literally, like, I always used to get pissed off at boss battles, and not one game has ever made me actually, like, desire to fight bosses.
I think anyone who's played Dark Souls or Dark Souls, Demon Souls, or Bloodborne has had that one boss, and you're lying if you say you haven't.
Yeah.
Had that one boss that they kept losing to, and then when they beat, they felt great about it.
Yeah,
that's the I think that's the main appeal.
Mine was
of the Dark Souls
definitely.
games.
I'm gonna sound like such a little pleb here, but mine was definitely the Taurus demon, because at that time I really didn't know what I was doing, and when I finally killed the Taurus demon, I was just jumping out of my chair. It's like, oh, I could co-op now.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing happened in real life. All right.
No, nothing.
IRL, but
after
I killed the Taurus demon, now whenever I see him, if I do another playthrough, it's literally just like walk up to him, throw like 2 firebombs at him. No, it's just walk straight up to him, and like when he hits, just roll up to him, and you don't get hit, and just hit him a couple times, and he's dead.
Resin.
Yeah, it's literally the easiest thing.
An example I have for that, more recently, what boss was it? I think it was Vicar Amelia.
In what?
Bloodborne.
Oh, okay.
And it was a very easy boss in hindsight, but in retrospect, I have to say, I was getting quite angry at it.
Yeah.
Basically just a giant beast. Jump around, make noises, heal itself. Once you beat it, though, you really don't get that much, but I still felt pretty accomplished on beating it. And the Dark Souls, I think that's the main appeal of Dark Souls games. Or Souls games, or can't even say Souls anymore, because Bloodborne doesn't have a soul in it. But Dark Souls 3, I'm excited. It's being made by Miyazaki.
Yeah, that's one thing that...
It definitely looks a lot better than Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 2 was fine, but...
I just didn't like how they focused around the life gems too much.
Yeah, that was a carryover from Demon Souls, and that was a bad idea. In Demon Souls, you could farm healing items, and you'd never need any more.
Yeah.
And then in Dark Souls, they just gave you the Estus and those, like, divine healings, but very limited of them, and that was it.
I really enjoyed that more. And, just the Estus Flask.
And Humanities.
Yeah.
But Dark Souls 3, looking forward to it.
Yeah, see, with Dark Souls... When I played Dark Souls 2, I really didn't... Like, when I played Dark Souls 1, whenever I would use a Humanity, I'd just be like, oh, shit.
You'd be like, am I gonna use this or not?
Yeah.
Could,
But with Dark Souls 2, it's just like, oh, Human Effigy? Let me just fucking throw that shit
Mainly
on.
because they don't have any other use besides turning you back into a human.
Essentially, it's just more of an aesthetic thing. Or you can co-op. Or
summon. Your health could get knocked down a little bit.
And also, Human Effigies were so easy to find in that game, too. And you could farm Humanity, but that was... when you would farm Humanity, it's not like you'd find the Humanity item on a corpse, you'd just get it.
You'd have to go kill rats, you'd have to go kill certain enemies in one area. I used to farm down in the depths. Was it the depths? Probably, where the rats were. For the Chaos Covenant to get the Great Chaos Fireball, which makes me a plug.
Alright.
So, anything else to say about Dark 3?
Not really. And that should move us on to our next topic, which is
not really.
Payday Con.
No, I don't want to talk about Payday Con. I want to talk about 2 other games.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to get there. I don't want to get there yet. I don't want to get to Payday Con.
No one wants to go to Payday Con.
Happening right now.
No one wants to go to Payday Con.
But I have 2 games I want to talk about. Persona 5 is coming out. To be announced. 2015, Atlas USA says. I think they're lying, but Tokyo Game Show's coming up, and we were going to talk about that, but he really doesn't know much about it, so...
I was going to say...
I'm hoping to get a release date for Persona 5 at Tokyo Game Show. Hoping around maybe Christmas, November-ish, maybe October. Mm-hmm. I doubt it, though, if they're going to announce it. Mm-hmm. But hopefully December, November.
Yeah. But
then the last game I want to talk about, then we can talk about what we're all dying to talk about, Payday Con. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven is also releasing in 2015. Mm-hmm. Not in the English-speaking markets, obviously. But it's a game I'm excited for. I'm a fan of the manga. There was a recent anime adaptation that most people probably have heard about, because whenever an anime gets popular, it gets popular. Over here in the West, at least. Yeah. But, it's just a game. It's 3D brawler.
Are they gonna make a pachinko machine?
I hope so. Pachinko's my favorite.
I don't even...
But, let's stop talking about, like, bad video games. Like Fallout 4, Metal Gear. Who wants to talk about that? Let's talk about Payday 2!
Payday Con?
Payday Con!
You know, it was a really good game to me. Until they just started fucking DLCing the shit
Give
out
me
of it.
$7. Give me $7. Give me $7.
God damn it. I was like, where is that from? And then I remember there was that Slender cheat.
Yeah. Back
when that was a fucking thing.
But, Payday Con is...
Do they still make mindless fucking Slender ripoffs?
Probably. Yeah. But, Payday Con, why does it exist? You did this! You were in the Payday group with me! And we contributed to Crime Fest. Or wait, was that Hype Train? I forget! Hype Train was the Jewish one because you had to pay. And you didn't contribute to it, but I did. You want to know how?
Oh.
I was tricked into contributing.
Oh.
Because I bought Hotline Miami 2 without knowing. Oh. I feel so ashamed that I helped this become a thing.
Alright, Payday Con, I don't know, what are there
What is it gonna be about?
Like 200 people there.
There's like 2 games.
Literally.
One of them was like a single-player-esque with multiplayer options.
Which was really
fun.
Yeah. I mean, it was...
I like how fucked it up.
Like, the first one was just, like, more scripted than Payday 2, which I felt was interesting. But Payday 2...
It just feels like the same mission over and over again.
Yeah.
Grab bag.
I feel like it doesn't...
Bring bag to van.
I mean...
Leave.
I feel like there's not... They don't have much more headroom in that respect, but...
They need to
I feel like they could do something else.
They need to start, first of all, giving us more free content that's not fucking... Oh, look, you got this free weapon. You can't complain about it. Look at this free heist.
True.
You can't complain about this free heist. You can't complain about the free content. Because it's free. We're being kind.
That is... Yeah, I feel like whenever I, like, bring something up... Whenever anyone brings something up about the flaws of Payday 2, you literally just, like...
Independent developer.
You got... Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but literally, I feel like you just get, like... fucking yelled at because it's just like, oh, they give you free stuff, they're so good to you. Just like, oh,
they advertise their Walking Dead game for free.
Just like, what happens if I go up to like some homeless dude and I like take a shit in his box? Like, oh, it's free, you can't complain about it, even though it is a piece of shit.
I don't know, that's a pretty crappy analogy.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But I mean, what about that whole what's next bullshit they pulled?
Oh,
where they advertise their crappy Walking Dead the video game, which Walking Dead's not that popular anymore.
What about Fear the Walking Dead?
You mean that fucking...
Spin-off? Yeah.
Spin-off, yeah.
I only watched one episode of The Walking Dead. I think I bought it on PSN. And I fucking regret that now, because I was just... Yeah, I watched it, and I was just like, this is fucking boring.
It is pretty boring,
yeah,
but...
It's literally just let's watch
Overkill
people
software. Well, they
kill-
really. Well, I mean, I really wish they would just make other games instead of making endless $7 DLCs for Payday 2.
Well, I mean, they are making another game.
Yeah, the fucking Walking Dead game that no one's gonna care about because Survival Instinct was
And
shit.
That, and it's also not an original IP. Weren't they also working on
They were working on this cool looking sci-fi game, but fuck that. Let's make that
Yeah, they kind of
Walking
like
Dead game.
put that on the back
burner.
Yeah.
But Payday 2 is going to be infested with DLC for the next 2 years.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that? Fucking...
It doesn't even feel like a bank robbing game at this
Yeah,
point.
it's literally just, you could wear a hat now instead of concealing yourself. You got a Gatling gun.
Rob a concert.
Uh,
I mean, stuff like the Armored Transports worked. It was based
that was
off a
the
movie.
best fucking... No, that was literally one of my favorite DLCs. Mainly because it had so much content to offer, and it had such great
masks.
replay. Yeah, it had such great replay value, too.
It had multiple maps. It had achievements. It had guns. What the fuck do these new mission maps have? Oh, let's see. Golden Green Casino. I get the Golden Green Casino. I got one weapon. I got a couple masks. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, there's too much masks. They're pulling the... I'm waiting for them to, like, introduce the
trading.
the fucking economy now.
That'll kill Payday 2.
I don't think it'll kill it. It'll just make more people fucking play.
But yeah, well, as you can tell by our such passionate reactions, we are I would say I'm a former Payday 2 fan.
I play it from now to then. I play it, like, here and there.
I'll buy the DLC on sale.
Fun.
When it goes on sale, I'll buy it, but I refuse to buy it.
Yeah, like I said, I play
else.
it here and there, but I don't find it to be that interesting anymore.
And don't give me the fucking argument, but you can play the DLC without owning it as long as you join someone's game who has it. Fuck that. That's so fucking, like, it's...
Yeah, we don't...
it's...
I don't have any DLC.
It's fucking cheap, kinda... Don't complain, we give stuff away for free, so we're good guys.
Yeah.
I feel like
I do like that aspect.
They reuse assets too much.
Yeah, I have to.
The maps are... Still, some are way too small.
Uh-huh.
The game
well, I mean, they can't really do... I have to say, they can't really do
minimal
much,
content.
They can't really do much on the engine. That's another thing that I'm mad at. They kind of just took this lackluster, shitty engine...
That has made a good game.
Yeah.
Which, that's not the engine's fault, but still.
Yeah. It's
they should have. I feel they should have stuck with the Payday 1 engine.
Yeah. I feel like the what is it? The bulldozer engine?
No, the diesel engine is what Payday 2 runs on. I'm not sure what Payday 1 runs on.
Yeah, the diesel engine. I feel was just poor. I feel like the game's just poorly designed on it.
Bad AI pathfinding.
Yeah, all
civilians
that shit.
don't listen to you.
They're not really that well.
They don't follow you correctly.
Yeah. And I feel like they could have... I feel if they would have had, like, this great base game, they could have expanded on it so much
the base
more.
Game is
and
shit.
I wouldn't mind, like, getting the DLC in that case.
The base game is so shit.
The base game? Yeah, I have to agree. As opposed to, like, Payday 1. Well, Payday the Heist.
Payday 1 is just replayable because, you didn't have to worry about, buy this gun. You just unlock shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just use it. And the missions were varied, and there might have been only a couple, but...
Yeah.
They were fun. Bank robbery, jewelry robbery, diamond robbery, like...
yeah, and, like, certain things could go, like, very wrong in it, too.
Like, the codes aren't working for the door, oh shit, gotta go get the CFO.
In Payday 2, the only things... I don't know, I mean...
nothing can go wrong in Payday. Well, no, only a couple stealth missions.
Yeah.
Like, the book, the briefcase vault...
I don't even fucking remember what you're talking about.
From Frame Day 3. The briefcase, the library book vault.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like it'll go... I mean, you could still fucking do it regardless.
Oh, but what if the cops ambush you?
Oh, no.
On day 2.
I mean, you could just fucking plow through them, right? But, I mean...
They don't, like I said, they don't feel like
I felt that
changers.
was... Yeah, I mean, in the new DLC, which I haven't really played, because I haven't fucking bought it.
Neither have I.
I don't feel... And also now it's just like, you get new characters!
You mean Kazuma Kiryu?
Yep.
Who's stolen from Yakuza?
Yeah.
That character is literally a character from the popular game series Yakuza. And,
yeah, didn't I say that the other day?
It's not even like from. It's literally stolen. He wears the same type of suit as Kazuma. Kiryu.
Well, it's not like they.
It's not him. It's not him. It's not him. But wears the same suit.
Oh.
So it kind of feels a little bit disingenuous.
Yeah. And I feel like one thing that I liked about like Payday 2 in the beginning was that they had a lot of influences from like classic like heist movies and shit. And I don't know. Yeah, Heat definitely. Reservoir Dogs in a lot of ways. I feel like I don't know about Golden Grin because I think that's based off of Ocean's 11. Yeah. Which I.
But what about the adding of characters like John Wick?
That that's not even as bad as compared to how they're doing it now.
I feel that they should have kept the heisting crew. Five people. Hoxton, Houston, Dallas, Chains, Wolf.
And just throw in fucking Clover, because, whatever.
Nah, I think they should have kept it. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. I felt like they could have... The characters feel bland. Chains gets zero love from anyone.
Yeah.
Dallas is supposed to be the main character, but, he has a fucking heart, no personality.
Wolf!
Everyone loves Wolf because he's Swedish, and he's crazy! And, the blood represents the bulldozer he killed. That's off topic.
Oh, God.
Houston kind of has character.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say the character with the most character is probably Bane or Vlad. Really, that's it. I feel like Payday 2 is just wasted potential.
Mm-hmm. Damn, this is going on 52 minutes. It's not too bad.
I don't know.
Because we've actually been able to,
I don't know how people like the two best friends and shit like that could do a podcast for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, but...
I guess I'll just consider this a fucking podcast, because I'm literally going to keep it in, 15 minutes.
Anything else on the docket that's besides Payday?
I feel like let's just do a fucking hour. We only have 8 minutes left.
Whatever.
You want to talk about Pixels?
No, what's the fuck?
I don't know. We were supposed to talk about Pixels, and we never did.
I don't want to talk about Pixels.
Yeah, but Pac-Man's a bad guy.
Pac-Man is a bad guy. He's my son. No, kill that stupid fuck. I'm a racist Chinese man.
He's Japanese.
Who cares? You think Adam Sandler's viewers care?
No, literally when we were sitting in the theater, there was a 300-pound 12-year-old next to me with a large popcorn. And he was watching, I think he was there for the dude who played Olaf in Frozen or whatever. And literally the whole time he's just sitting there laughing at every little thing. I think the British fucking officer...
Twist someone's nipples for no reason.
No, he said something like that. And the kid just started fucking crying of laughter.
Everyone was!
It's
not such a mediocre movie that it's not even worth remembering.
It was... Oh my god, I don't even know how I sat through that without blowing my brains out.
Mainly because we kept talking during the movie.
It was, no, it was funny when he said Pac-Man was
freaked out, because I thought that was a joke. I didn't know that was really in the movie.
Yeah, he was like, Pac-Man's a bad guy.
I was like, he said it!
He said it.
But then at the ending, you predicted it 10 minutes before it happened.
Yeah.
I can't get the pattern for Danky Kang!
Danky Kang?
Danky Kang!
Oh my god. Terrible. Just plain fucking terrible. I was watching this other podcast, and they were just like when he used cheats, they were just like, there are no cheats in Pac-Man!
You can't cheat in Pac-Man. How did he cheat in real life?
Yeah, they were like, how did he pull, he just thought of the code. That's what they said in it. That was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. It was just so fucking cliche. You have the loser, you have the conspiracy theorist, you have the fucking...
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler falls for love interest.
You have the Adam Sandler character.
Oh yeah, he's doing his... what was it? Oh, the sandwich guy's here.
No, he's not! Got you.
Everyone in the movie just the fucking theater just erupted with laughter.
And I feel sometimes I can't believe I share a home with these mouth breathers.
I really don't understand. The jokes were poor Adam Sandler, fucking Billy Madison, fucking esque, fucking
shampoo.
Shut the fuck up. Shampoo. Right.
I find Adam Sandler to be insufferable. I thought the movie was going to be interesting until I heard Adam Sandler.
What are you talking about? shampoo makes your hair clean, and then conditioner makes hair silky smooth. It's funny. Give me my snack pack. I'll trade you my banana for my snack pack, you little shit.
Nudie Magazine Day.
It's hilarious. I fucking love it.
I think we can just agree that Adam Sandler is a bad
He's
person.
over. No, he's not over. People still find him fucking funny.
By the theater, yeah, everyone was laughing at him, but...
Oh god, it's just like dumbed down to like any audience you really want.
And then fucking we got Pixels and Agent 47 and, you know, video game movies never work.
Yeah.
Unless it's like that one Mortal Kombat movie was good. Like the original one.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like that Super Mario Brothers movie, but I still find it funny as hell.
Wait, was it Guile theme goes without anything?
Yeah, and Mario's just like falling through hell or something. He's like falling through hell.
What was the context of that?
He was like going to the alternate New York.
Yeah.
Where King Koopa exists.
Yeah.
And he was played like by this dude in a suit.
Okay.
Oh god, I gotta watch that movie again.
That sounds fucking hilarious.
That's really it. Anything else you want to add to this,
What else? I'm thinking about movies that absolutely fucking...
You already talked about Sinister, too. Oh, fucking Mission Impossible was a fucking great movie.
Really?
Yeah. Not gonna say much about it, but it was pretty good. You should go see it.
Just good action.
Good action, good story, good characters, good plot.
Yeah.
It's, I like James Bond movies.
Yeah, back to Pixels, though. I felt like that's where it really just fucking failed. Like,
I don't
the
want
characters.
to talk about Pixels
I
anymore.
want to.
I'm just done with it.
I just like getting it off my mind, even though I've literally talked to everyone that I know about it.
Yeah.
Didn't you, like, tell your
No,
mom?
Steven loved Pixels.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a faggot, that's who he is.
Alright.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell your mom about the movie?
Yeah, I told my mom there was a 9/11 joke and she believed me.
What was the joke again?
That a pong ball came out of the sky and they played like paddle ball with Twin Towers. That was pretty good. I could see that happening but you could see it happening in the movie.
Alright. Let's just go to one more thing. The shooting at the Pokemon convention.
What do you mean shooting?
I don't know. I just wanted to bring up. I wanted to bring up that.
They should get the electric chair. Ah!
I was thinking about that joke I made where it was like prepare for trouble
and make it double.
Oh god.
Dumb. I think we'd still be laughing about this, even if it happened.
I think many people would because it's just mindless fucking... You know, you gotta make the bad things more fun.
And you know, usually when we make dark jokes, they're kind of fucked up and shit like that. But we could make them now because it didn't happen.
That's true.
And they boasted about it on Facebook and shit.
What do you mean they boasted about it?
No one's gonna catch us with these guns!
Oh my god. Holy shit. Well...
I'm yelling so loud.
You know,
watch like one of your neighbors come over and be like, "Oh, is someone getting murdered in here because they're yelling so loud about video games?"
Yeah, they heard like the whole conversation. Alright, on that note, even though there wasn't really a note.
Note,
I guess we're just gonna wrap it up now.
I guess we are. Like I was saying, let's since we started with what games we played, what games do you intend on playing in the future? For the next couple of days, I guess.
Besides Skyrim, I was thinking about buying some of the Witcher games and then working my way to Witcher 3. I don't know, it just looks like they're really
seems
good
like something
games.
You can get
Yeah, it seems like
into.
they're really good games to grind, I mean, on the road to like Fallout 4.
So, I'm waiting for MTS5. I've been playing, just random games. I've been playing, like, fucking anything.
And...
I guess that wraps it up, and this was the Charitable Men. I'm Dr.Zuul, aka James.
And I am... Man of Malignancy. Alright, Malignant Man...
98.
98.
Also known as...
Dominic.
And, I guess you can say we're signing off.
Yeah, but Jim Shampoo is better.